I have no idea what's going on here. Can you guys hear me okay? Can you hear me? Colleen says, but we see you. I couldn't see you. Again, that happens. All right. Let's see what we have here. All right, I'm glad you guys are here. Hello, Shelly. How you doing? Charlene and Colleen. Always together. And let's see who else we have out here. So, can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? 5 5. Can you hear me? I'm just gonna wait a minute here. I don't know where I am live at, but looks like I got two people that came back in. Yep. Hello again. Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me? Hmm. Let's see if I go out to my other channel to see if they can hear. I don't know what happened. I have no idea. It looked like it was trying to record me. Uh, hello, hello. All right, I am live and you can hear me. 5 5 from Charlene. Hey, you guys, how are you doing? Wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about health. Sorry about this delay here. I have no idea what actually happened, but it looked like it was trying to record, and I wanted to go live, and it kept telling me that I couldn't do it. So, I don't know. I better stop pushing buttons. So this is April 21st, and glad that you guys are here. Kind of shake the energies here. Just want to show you guys another painting that I have completed. These are paint by numbers, very simple. Um, this one only took me like a couple hours to do it. I've got a third one that's a little bit more difficult. I'm enjoying this. I didn't think I was going to enjoy this. But this is like size of a sheet of paper, 8.5 by 11. I got these on Amazon. I'm not a big fan of Amazon's products for some reason. The brushes were falling apart. The paints looked like they were dried, probably sitting in some warehouse for a long time. And I went over to Hobby Lobby a second time, probably looking around for more. If you guys got any suggestions about just I'm a beginner painter, so I'm just learning to find my patience and do these when I can. Thank you, Shelly. Shelly says it looks great. Um, yeah, I got four of these. Came in a package for like $24 out on Amazon, and they come with little clips so you can hang them. You just basically nail them on the back, and the paints, and then the brushes. Um, you know, it is what it is. It's all China's product, so that'll tell you something right there too. All right, so let's see what else we have here. Um, Thank you guys. I've got another one. It's a big lion's head. Looks really cool. I'll show that to you when I'm done. I just started that one. The thing is that you really got to take your time on these paint by numbers. Just basically sit there. Very. Some people say very therapeutic. It could be. Let me see if I can get my X stuff up here and share it with you guys. So I wanted to talk today a little bit about the health because there's so much stuff that's actually going on out there, and so much talk out there. Um, a lot of people are speculating so many things out there, so many things that we don't know. Maybe most of us do know what is real, what's happened already, and what they're presenting in this time and day. Just they've already taken care of a lot of things as far as I'm concerned, and we are just getting the updates on a lot of the stuff. You can look at it that way. I do want to share something with you. How many of you guys know Kevin Sorbo? He played Hercules. He's an actor, played Hercules. And let's see here. I'm just going to go and share my screen with you guys here. And I had it all prepared and set up, and then I just started closing things out. So bear with me here this morning. Didn't know that this was actually going to happen. All right, let's see here. All right. So the first thing I want to show you is this is Kevin Sorbo, and he has been a patriot, true and true, as most of you may know this. So uh, he's basically going through getting his blood cleaned, I guess, or he had some knee surgery done a while back, being an athletic actor as he is. Let me just see what it says. All right, so he basically Kevin Sorbo is saying, thoughts we treat you guys to a quick video explanation for a process of clearing out an infection. So he had surgery and had an infection. 6 weeks of this, so much fun. And he says, thank you for your continued prayers and support. I didn't know that this actually happened here, but that's 168 injections to clear out his infection. Yeah, that's I knew he was sick, but he's basically bashing the surgery that he had done. Also, too, rest in peace, sweet angels. I don't know if you guys heard the story or not. This is the Elkins family. They were just taken away a couple of days ago. The whole family. I believe this was Louisiana that this happened to. And it was a very sad story. I don't know if you guys got this out where you live or not, but yeah, it was really heartbreaking. All right, what else do we have out here? Speaking about health out there, some of you, I know that I had on Saturday's show, if you guys happen to catch it, and we had Hula Hoop out there. Hula Hoop owns, I call it a healing center, um, bariatric chambers that she has. And, anyways, I was actually thinking about going to do this. I think it's called Zoronka or something like that. Um, I'm lost with words today. Anyways, I looked it up and it looks really good. If you want to lose weight, head over to Atlanta. There's not a lot of places doing it. It's the new method. And I'm going to be talking with her more about this. She'll give me the correct pronunciation of this. And actually, this has been around for a long time, but she's using the new version of it. And it actually will, it's kind of like liposuction, but it's not. It's newer technology. They put this laser over you and they kill all your fat cells in there. It's good if you are at a certain weight. If you're overweight like I am, it's not good from what I'm seeing, but I wanna ask her that before I make any decision. I talked to my husband, he was giving me this just look like, not sure about that." But if you're considering Ozempic, all I could say is, let me just read this to you. It's coming from, RFK Jr. What comes after Ozempic? So you get these shots, you put them in you, right? What are the side effects? You get nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, pancreatitis, gallbladder and kidney damages, muscle loss, Ozempic face. Have you guys seen the Ozempic face? Um, Kathy Bates has the Ozempic face. Thyroid risk, she did the Ozempic and will continue to do it. You've got to exercise on any of these programs, even the one that Hula Hoop is talking about. If you do this laser surgery or anything that you do, and if the fat is there and they're breaking it down, you've got to still work it off. You got to change your diet. None of this stuff is like what you might be thinking is an instant med bed, as most people were told. This could be part of what they're talking about, the technologies that's actually happening out there. But, so don't risk your health, okay? And, eat one ingredient food and cut out the sugar. That's the beginning of it. I am more conscious of sugar, and then there's times where I really want to have something sweet to eat after I've been, not eating anything like that. This is, Make America Healthy Again. Is basically giving you guys the information out there. Let's see what else we have out there. Cancer is a big one. I've been kind of talking about it, hinting around about this cancer a little bit. And people are out there. Everybody knows somebody who died from cancer. Okay, and for 5 years before, basically everyone. This is Dr. Don Michaels talking about how he watched his father suffer. We all watched our loved ones suffer through this. And to think that CIA classified A 1950 study showing anti-parasitic disrupts cancer growth and keeps it buried and kept it buried for over half a century. From the 1950, they have known what the parasites do inside our body. You say, well, how do you get parasites in your body? You get them from the foods that you eat out there, and so that's basically what they're talking about here. I did not watch this show in particular. If you guys recognize this right here, um, it's. Let's see if we can hear this. I'm gonna turn this up a little bit. I don't know. I might get dinged for it, but this is what they're basically showing you. This is a confidential piece of paper, classified confidential, that has been sitting with the CIA since 1950, telling you you have parasites. They're gonna create the cancer for you. Let's see here, Janine, if you want something sweet and natural, natural peanut butter and honey. And guess what? Dragon wings. I just found it locally. I'm going to put this up here. So I'm talking to the chat here right now. So Dragon Wings is out there saying natural honey. So we go to the farmers market, we get our natural honey, raw honey, um, and it is raw. And they even what else do we have here? Oh, and then the natural peanut butter. There are people in Publix that put their products in there. I just happened to find one. It's all natural, nothing in there. I won't buy anything name brand. Now, this is myself. I decided to not buy anything. You guys know what's in mayonnaise? Do you know how many mayonnaise out there that you don't want to eat? I'm just saying what you think that you're buying. Maybe at one time the recipe called for real eggs, real milk, real whatever in any of the recipes, and then we got hooked on their products and buying them in the store. Well, after time, I've been talking about this every now and then. There's something called private equity. Private equity comes in and says, "You've got a great product. I'm going to buy your product for $5 billion." And they don't change the recipe right away. They do it slowly. They'll take one thing out and say, "Oh, we've got this syntha something or other that tastes like eggs and looks like, I mean, it holds the consistency of the food together. We're just going to pull that one thing out." Then probably maybe in the next year, and you don't notice it. That's the problem, is you don't notice it. And then the next year they take something else out because they are cutting costs but making money off of you. So when you think about it, you've got to turn that product over and you've got to look at it. And if you don't see eggs, milk, whatever it takes, or whatever it is that you're looking for in the product, that's telling you something right there. If you start to see these long words that make no sense to you, it's your choice to decide whether or not to purchase it. Oh, good water. Filtered water. All right, let's see here. What else do we have going on out there? Let's see. I was talking about this. All right, so now that we know it, now they're putting it out there. You guys who follow me, yous guys who follow me have always known about the parasites. And it's really hard. I remember trying to explain it to my friend about the parasites and cancer. And, well, how do you get parasites? Well, do you eat lettuce? Do you eat any type of food? Let's see what else we have here. Okay. Let me go on to my next story here with you guys. I don't want to take a lot of time, but this is all about the health. Tuesday is health day. So this is breaking. Robert F. Kennedy says the Biden administration was blocking Christian families from adopting foster children. I don't know when this came out, but this was yesterday. He broke this story. This is just sad, sad shit out there, I'm telling you. What else do we have here? If you're eating breakfast, I apologize. Some of the regions in the US, oh, this is interesting. I talked about this way back in the day, and you guys, and I think Colleen out there, I basically have said things to you guys. Go to your local hospital, tell them if something happens to you, and you need a blood transfusion, put it in writing. Anyways, here's the story. So unvaccinated blood. Do you think that the hospitals are going to guarantee you that if you're unvaccinated, that you're going to get the unvaccinated blood? Would you be able to request and receive unvaccinated blood in your city or state? So they're saying requests for blood from unvaccinated donors causing deadly issues in hospitals. Let me go on with this here. I want to see if there's more to this story. Um, so let's see. Is it just the comments out here? Yeah. So that story has not been vetted, but I did run it past Grok and it said it's not true. So I don't know what the truth is, depending on your state and your hospital that you go to. If you guys have any information out there, just let me know. Put it in the comments because other people will want to read this kind of thing. I've said over and over again, God willing, that we get the word out there. People have to think about this. If you are vaccinated, do you care? If you're unvaccinated, do you care? I'm just going to leave it at that. All right. So what else do we have here? Well, they can't have my blood or my organs. I removed my organ donor marked from my license this week. There's people out there, they're saying that they're no longer organ donors because why? You say, well, that's awfully rude if you're dying. Well, the problem is you're not always dying. Okay. All right. Let's see what else we have out here. Um, yeah, I'm not going to say this, but I want you to read it. And this is all over the place right now, and it's going to be coming out more. And we tried to warn everybody. So, what do you get 6 years later? They're getting their answer to what we were all trying to explain to them. So, wake up, people. What else do we have out here? Yeah. Everyone is saying this is a tough one right here with the blood, and it's kind of like it's just a very tough thing right now. We need to we need to be looking into this a little bit more. Um, yeah, let's see here. Dragon Wings has got another statement out there. Hi, Shabby. Shabby's in the house, you guys. Nicotine, zaps, nanotechnology, mRNA, nicotine. So, smoking it up. All right, let's see what else we have out here. Let's see here. All right, this is a really interesting story that I have, and I can't play the sound for a lot of you guys out here, but this is coming from HealthBot. So this particular doctor, Charles Hoff, he was fired after 31 years in an ER physician and not one single complaint he ever have against him. And now he's coming out and he's talking about the COVID shots have caused greater side effects than any other medical treatment in history. The toxic spike protein ends up literally in every part of your body. I've had Gene Decode on here talking about that. We weren't sure. People were like questioning it. He said that if he was next to somebody who recently was vaccinated, he can feel the spikes. Do you guys remember this? He was said he could be in a restaurant and know somebody right next to him. This was Gene Decode talking, but I'm what they're saying here is what they're saying over here is it's within the person that has had the actual shots about the spike protein. And I think this is if it hasn't been out on mainstream media, it's coming really soon. All right. All right, really big news there is the Supreme Court just ruled that parents are allowed to opt out of their children being indoctrinated in LGBTQ and propaganda. So it's huge, huge for the religious liberty. It's a good win, and the government schools are attempting to expel children for this. And I think this is kind of an old story. I thought we were past this. Are they still doing this? I don't know. What do you guys think? All right, let's see what else we have out here. Okay, this is big. How many of you are retired? Raise your hand. All right, this is what we all voted for. Doge has finished and cleaned up Social Security, and they removed a whopping 12.3 million scammers from the Social Security system. 12.3 million scammers. So each person that was stealing the money, I'll just say, guess how much they were making? $1,800 a month. I don't think a lot of people out here today who work their asses off are even making that. Then Doge just saved America. I don't know what this number is. I'm going to say trillion, maybe billion, 22 billion a month. A month. A month. All right. Here's the age bracket, and these are the ones that were deceased. They were supposedly deceased and they were still collecting. Um, and let's see here. They were age bracket 120 years to 129, 130 years to 139. And it was 3 million, almost 35 million. And then if they were 160 years old, it was 124,000 that they were collecting. Nobody is watching the store. My thing is who's going to be coming in and who's going to be handling this, right? Okay. This is an interesting story about hospice. So I was just having a conversation with Paul about this, my husband Paul, not Buckshot, and we were talking about a few people that we're aware of who have been in and out of hospice. And back, when my sister was dying of cancer, she went into hospice and that was it. You go into hospice is because you are terminally ill and you're at the end of your life. But there are a lot of people out there that use hospice like a hospital where they actually have somebody come out there and take care of you and you get better and there are maybe whatever. And then sometimes if you're not feeling really good, you call hospice again and we're like that ain't right. Hospice as far as we know is that you were on your way out, right? You were on your way out. And so you were dying, basically. RFK Jr. says it wasn't 400 hospice that they shut down in Los Angeles, it was 500. Now, I'm in Alabama and I'm hearing about this, and I see these little hospice cars and trucks drive around the area. And, so I was wondering about this. How could they utilize hospice? Well, he confirms that a single one of them called and complained. 100% were fraud. These fake California hospice made fake addresses, and then they would go to the poor neighborhoods and try to buy residents a $600 flat TV screen. So they're using these people's, they're using them. They're selling them, saying, hey, I'll give you a flat TV screen. In exchange, you give them their patient's identification. What do you need from me? I need a new TV. These hospice, fraudulent hospice company would then bill thousands of dollars to the taxpayer for each one of them, right? And they would then also pay for a list of patients too to begin billing for them. Not a single California Democrat has been held accountable. Well, this is a problem here, and I think it's happening in every state. Do you guys know about this? Let's see here. We have Shabby out there. Yeah, Dragon Wing is basically saying, I'm going to go back to the Social Security. Yeah, 1800 $1,800 a month. What the F? Let's see here. Shabby Maverick is saying, and the older folks who have died since 2015, their families didn't get Social Security. Where'd the money go? It all was funneled out into other foreign companies, or it's just laundered out. That's all that it is. And we're starting to see a lot more of things that are coming up about that Ilhan, whatever her name is. She is now basically saying, "Oh, I didn't make $30 billion. That was an accounting mistake." Yeah, she can tap dance all she wants. I think we're going to start to see right real soon. We're going to start to see accountability. That's what I'm hearing. How about you guys? Yeah, I think Shabby was saying that. Shabby probably Omar and her crew. If they weren't the only ones though. No, they're not that so where is Omar stated? So this is California right now. We're going to Illinois, you guys. What's his name? Nick Shirley is going to Illinois, and this is going to be a really good one to see. Um, Shabby says, I'm making breakfast and trying to watch. Okay, I gave you forewarning about certain things I'm going to be talking about for health. All right, so there you guys go. If you guys have ever heard about this hospice, stupid thing, hospice, yeah, like I said, I knew about hospice is that when you could be dying in the hospital and get hospice. When my sister died, they actually asked her if she wanted to go to a facility that basically it was a beautiful place where she was able to be put to rest. And it was really beautiful because it was I think she was on Medicare or Medicaid at the time, and they offered it and took care of her. All right, let's see here. 7,600 fake nurses in your hospital right now. Did you know this? So they bought diplomas, they skipped training, and they are treating real patients live. Lives are on the line. Have you guys heard this one? Oh my goodness. Over 7,600 counterfeit nurse diplomas and likely tens of thousands more. They were sold by a massive fraud ring, Operation Nightingale, of all the names, right? International candidates, many from India and Haiti, they paid $10,000 to $15,000 for phony credentials from shuttered Florida schools. Florida, you're on the radar. Not real classes, no hands-on training. They simply bought the paperwork. They sat the NCLEX exam. They got licensed in multiple states and they walked straight into the hospitals. While qualified American nurses invest years and tens of thousands to save lives. Nurses, are you wondering where your jobs went? Well, here you go. These imposters took the shortcut and the corporate healthcare let them in chasing cheap labor, big medicine, and the AMA were complicit. All right, this isn't the ancient history. Phase two is unfolding. These nurses are still out there. They're adjusting IVs, they're dispensing meds, they're making life or death calls on ER and ICU across America. Oh my goodness, you guys. Let's see here what else we have. Patients safely isn't optional. Merit isn't optional. Trust in medicine isn't optional. Real nurses are burning out, fighting in real shortages. The system imported unvetted talent instead of fixing root causes. They demand nationwide credentials audit now, revoke every fake license, prosecute buyers and sellers, deport the frauders. All right, so how many of these fields have been compromised? So we're not just talking about the nursing industry, we are talking about engineering, aviation, which we know about aviation, and now medicine. The rabbit hole is wider and deeper than you think. All right, let's see here. Operation Nightingale. How many of you guys heard this story? All right, let's see what else we have out here. Dragon wings. Whoops. Oh no. I think I was just taken down. Something just happened. Nope, it's trying to tell me that I had this problem when I started. Hey, can you guys see me? Am I live? It says you're back. All right. Can somebody else just confirm it? Okay, can you hear me? Wow, that was weird. All right, it might be the internet. Can you hear me? Thank you, Charlene. Thank you, guys. All right, so I thought they took me down for saying that. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to continue on. They can't be censoring me that much. All right, there's a lot of controversy going on right now about just Joe Rogan and everybody else, and Bongino, and there's just Tucker Carlson. Well, Joe Rogan exposed how Trump blasted through 56 years of FDA deep state gatekeeping with one text, instantly offering a full approval for ibogaine. It's a miracle plant medicine curing 80 to 90% of addiction in just one or two doses. I think I said that correctly, but it's ibogaine. You guys know anybody out there that has got these addictions? Look into this miracle plant. And there's also other things, psychedelic stuff that's helping people. I didn't think that we were going to get to this point, but we're here, you guys. We are here. Let's see what else that they are saying about this. While Big Pharma kept America hooked for profits, President Trump is draining the swamp and saving veterans. We the people from addiction nightmares they created. Do, 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 do. All right, there, you guys. Who else is fired up to see Trump finally crush the corrupt system? Psychedelics, says Dragon Wings. I did hear about that, says Colleen. Yep, yep. Good. I'm glad you guys did. Let's see what other stories we have out here. I got a lot on health, you guys, and I hope that you stay with me here. The FDA just gave the green light to a long acting drug to protect dogs against flea and ticks. This is more about your fur babies here, you guys. So, as a veterinarian, he says, I found a new drug deeply concerning. Injecting a pesticide into your dog with the last of a full year is 12-month gamble with your dog's nervous system. I've been saying this, you guys, and I've got friends out there that won't even go. They won't even go. So, this is a new drug alert for dogs. Everyone's talking about it. Hey, is my dragon wing still with me out here? Yeah, so there's all these stories out there. Human convenience is not um it's it okay, this one looked like it made mainstream media, so I see that one guy uh from that's on here. Um yeah, these are a lot of dogs that I know for a fact. I know for a fact. I've seen it with my own pets what can happen. All right, let's see here. Marijuana has benefited us as well as used, oh, as long as it's used properly, all given to us by source. Dragonwing says, I'm here. I'm here. So, yeah, there you go. I'm actually talking about more of the stuff that you do. Lots of people taking their mega cap off. I'm so disappointed in them. Watching you, yeah, there are a lot of people that in this it had come out. This was one of the drops. A lot of people were going to walk away from Trump because everybody, this is little old Janine and ripples of waves. It used to be turn the page. Nobody paid any attention because I wasn't flashy. I didn't have a studio. I didn't have this or that. I don't have, a guest every single day. But they're all over on Dan Bongino and Tucker Carlson and Joe Rogan. You can even tell. Um, and Theo Von, I'm still sitting on the fence with him because he's in bed with all the other ones, Candace and whoever else out there. But guess what's happening? Everybody has listened to him. Now they're turning their backs on Trump, and so that's why everyone is covering up their MAGA hat. I've seen people spray paint it, and they're just still wearing their hat, right? Dragon Wing says I use organic plants meds to prevent flea and ticks. There you go. There you go. I hope Dragon Wing gets her wish um, with what she needs to do. Speaking about getting wishes, so I think Buckshot went on a job interview today. I don't know what's going on with my brain. All right. But we also still want to send Buckshot down to Atlanta. And if you can, whatever you can donate, this money, buy me a coffee, will go for whatever travel expenses that he has to get. He's just got 3 hour drive. We want to do a live show there to bring you the information that Hula Hoop and Dr. Ken have on this healing center. Every time they come on here, it's great information. People reached out to them from all over. I'm talking the whole world. There were other people in other countries. She was trying to help everyone. if they couldn't get to Atlanta in at that time. But this is what I want to do, and I'm just kind of reaching out to you guys to just buy a cup of coffee, if just one cup, or a slice of pizza. They're all the same thing. I think I have it set up on this. It's buy me a coffee .com/ripples of waves, if you can't see that, and just hit the QR code right now. Save it for when maybe you can donate a little bit, appreciate it. And it takes a long time for me to actually get the monies. That's why I'm asking you, even if Buck doesn't go now, they don't pay out until you hit a certain amount. I think I've got $22 in there that somebody donated the other night, and you actually don't get the $22. You get I think they take off a buck or two for the services of using Buy Me a Coffee. All right, so let's see what else we have. Enough of that. Let's see what else I have over here for you guys. I got to bring my chat back. All right. Dragon Wings. They want to know, what do you use for your fleas? Dragon Wings, if you're still with us, you want to share this among everybody, including myself. All right, let's see what else we have out here in the health arena while she gets it up. Okay, you guys, I gotta tell you about this one. Finally, how many years have you guys known about Tom Hanks? How many years have you guys known about Kuru? All right, well, I guess after consuming, and I'm not gonna say all of this, but you guys know what I'm talking about. According to the bombshell Epstein's files, the documents also reveal that Hank's addiction to adrenochrome has left the actor riddled with AIDS. Um, I'm just going to leave it at that. They're bringing that out right now. All right, so this could mean a couple of things. We know, some of you may know he's no longer with us. Some of you may know that what Kuru does to the body, that they're phasing him out, right? All right, who else do we have here? Okay, this is really important too, because this is the CDC was also hiding some public data on heart attacks since 2019. And this is 2026. So from that time, 2020, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, the CDC redacted 148-page documents into the impact of mRNA. And this is what they're putting in the shots for the pets, mRNA, the vaccine shots out there. Just saying, this is what's actually going on here. This is I guess the cover up, 148 pages. It's all blank. We knew that they did this years ago, because when you actually went to go get your vaccine shot, and they didn't have anything on this huge paper, right? All that they had was this. This is all that they had, was a white blank slate. All right. Yeah, they were hiding it. We knew it, but this coming out now, you guys. New study: 197 cancer patient treated with ivermectin and mebenzoiloid, 250 milligrams, 25 milligrams of ivermectin. After 6 months, 84.4% had clinical benefits. This is not coming from me. This is actually coming from, I believe this is Dr. McCullough, right? Yeah, Dr. McCullough, MD. And so there's the protocol. I've been asking, where's the protocol? And I think Buck said that he had it. He found it out on a site somewhere. If you go under, who put this one out? This is coming from Cat Turd. This was about 3 days ago. So I've been saving up on my health stories here. All right. Oh yeah. And so if any of you watch anything on television, and especially like on Hulu, when if you're streaming, there's all these commercials out there, right? And so the pandemic is coming from labs, all of them: Lyme, COVID, RSV. If you guys been hearing about this RSV, they're pushing it towards the seniors. So Silver Surfer here is telling you it's probably not even something that you think that you have. HIV and Spanish flu all came out of the vaccine labs. This is coming from RFK and the Health Bot. These are all the doctors that have gotten together, and they're basically saying the vaccine research has created the worst plague in history. All right, I don't know if Dragon Wings is still with us to answer that. Yeah, yeah. Hello, everybody. Buckshot is in the house. I'm driving home from the gym, sending you all his love. Hey, Buck. Let's see what else here. I just have to scroll down a little bit more. I didn't go far enough. Buck says his ears are ringing. Mine were ringing this morning. Everyone's saying blessings to Buck. Okay, here's her answer. Let me remove this. Um, She says, I make a spray from lemon balm, peppermint, and basil. And you can add a sprinkle of garlic in their food too. Garlic is only toxic in very high dosages. Garlic is very good for the doctor or for the dogs. I just watched Dr. Jones talking about what are the good natural products out there. So you got garlic, you have turmeric, um, what else was it? Ginger, all these type of things are really good for the dog. So I just made dog food this morning for my dogs. It's almost like the stuff that they advertise all day long. They love it. I put the blueberries in there. I put green beans in there, the turmeric. I put it's called MSM, but it's not what you think it is. It's actually for their joints. You can get it on Amazon, especially if you have a senior dog. I've got one that's 6 years old. And I got one that's 2 year old, and I put it in there. I'm not sure if it's working as well because I'm cooking it. But yeah, those are all in spinach, and that all that stuff is good for the dogs. Did you hear Dr. McCullough had his office in Schaumburg? I went to that one there, Colleen. I actually met him back in the day. Yes, I went there for my allergies. Is it still there? I don't know if it's still there or not, but I remember walking in, Colleen, and it tells you remove your shoes. If you got makeup, hairspray, any of that stuff on, come back another day. They could not get into the office with that. But yeah, I lived right around the corner from that office. I didn't think it was still there. If it is, good. People go out there. I've had a friend that had a little boy that was so playful. He got his vaccinations, and then all of a sudden he had autism, and it was the saddest thing to actually see. And they took him to Mercola, and at that time, and this kid's got to be about shoot, I don't know how old, maybe in his 20s, but at that time, so he was like 2, 3 years old. Mercola put him on a special diet, and they said the diet did help, but he had a severe case of it because I got to see him when he was older, like right before I left Illinois. Very sad to see where the kid came from and what happened to him. Colleen says no, he's in Florida now. Okay, yeah, and Colorado. I thought he was in Colorado too. He's got a few offices. All right, so I think I've been with you guys for a little bit here. Let's see what time I got. I got a couple more minutes. Let's see. Shabby's out there has got a statement. Juniper berry rubbed around the ears is great for ringing in the ears. I need it. Colleen says I was about to make an appointment with him and then he retired. Oh, she's talking about Mercola. I just ordered Mercola's products. I get it through Amazon. It's um, it's actually from my memory. And I was out of it for a while, and I actually did notice a difference in it. And so I'm hoping that it'll kick in. It takes about a week or so for it to get back into my system. All right, so just to wrap this all up, there, if you have a dog or a cat, and your vet is recommending the NXT, I talked about this before. It's a canine flu vaccine. Basically read about it before going to your next appointment. And all right, I think that's everything. But I do want to, if anybody has anything out there, Dragon Wing is talking about some reptiles. Probably the reptiles have been very afraid of what's happening. Us waking up. It's about time. Biblically, this is, yeah, this is. Colleen says I even ordered cookware from him years ago. I didn't know he did cookware. Macola had everything out there. All right, let's see. I just want to go back and just see what some of my random stories are here with you guys. One last time, I'll just plug away, buy me a coffee. All funds and everything will go for Buckshot's trip once that gets pulled together. And hopefully, if he's working, it may not. I might make the trip there. I'm even further away, so I've been in contact with Hula Hoop, and we're working some things out. All right, has Leonardo DiCaprio been replaced? You guys love these, right? All right, and so they're just showing pictures of two different. You can see the ears are different. The profiles are different. In 2026, let's see here if I can blow this up a little bit more so you guys can see this. Can't see the whole thing. Let me remove my coffee and uh oh, it didn't do any good. Can I move the picture? All right, I'm not going to touch it. So there you go. So that's what I had out there. So yeah, they've all been replaced. There was changes, right? Just like we're going to find out other things on the other side, hopefully, really soon. Yep, San Francisco is Israel. So this is what people have been talking about for years. First person I ever heard say this was Jason Q, and I thought, what? You know how I used to do that all the time. What? It's the first time hearing it, and Israel and the adjacent region, San Francisco Bay Area. So if you haven't heard this story, look it up. A lot of people have talked about it. They basically are saying that uh, everything that has been told to us has always happened in the United States. So I don't know all the story on it, and maybe I'll dig into that and bring it all up soon. What else do we have here? Oh, Apple CEO Tim Cook officially steps down from his role at Apple. Did you guys know this one? Yeah, he's no longer there. I wonder what's going to happen into the products. So I actually saw what's her name? Kay Ivy saying, "Oh, he's from Mobile. He's a good old boy. He's one of the good ones." Well, guess what? They're not saying that about him. All right, let's see what else we have here. Okay, so this is real big. I'm going to end it on this unless you guys have anything else. Let me bring back my chat so I could see it. So let's see here. The United States is formally withdrawn from the Health Organization. We are reclaiming our independence, protecting America's sovereignty, and putting the U.S. public health policy back in the hands of the American people. That sounds beautiful. And we're going to be celebrating 250 years of the United States. But is it really? I even ordered, let's see here, what else we have here. Dragon Wings has got one last statement. Love you guys, stay strong, and we are born for this. You better believe it. That's all that I have for you guys. I appreciate you putting up with me and my technical difficulties today. I'm going to have to look into this and see what was actually happening. So there is a lot of people out there that are noticing a controversy between the current pope and Trump, our current president, right? Well, there's an Archbishop Carlos Maria I can't say it, Vergerno. He has joined with President Trump in slamming Pope Leo. So we've got some other spiritual people that are stepping up. It's a powerful new statement. Um, this Archbishop told the Pope uh, that the Pope needs to get his act together, stop acting like a politician, pandering to the radical left, and start acting more like a real spiritual leader instead of a foreign policy. So there you guys go. And I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Give me a thumbs up. Put stuff in the comments after I close this out. Even though you're in the chat, the comments help the algorithm just by saying, "Hey, hi, like the show." I'll put the buy me a coffee link out there too if you want to get to it at another time. But I appreciate each and every one of you. Am I scrolled? Oh, I missed so many of them. We don't know. We don't know, says Charlene. Hi, have a beautiful, blessed day, says Colleen. Dope says Leo. Dope Leo. The Pope is a white hat part of the movie. Yes, that is true, and it's kind of obvious. I think it is obvious on that one there too, but it's all a movie, and I'm here trying to give you as much of each episode as we go through as the world turns. All right, everybody. Goodbye. Take care and blessings to each and every one of you. Bye bye.